Good morning everyone, that's us just coming back from the quarry.
9 times out of 10 it's either delayed, it takes longer than it should, or just doesn't happen because you're literally doing everything. There's Rafferty's laying. It's amazing how it takes.
No.
So strong. He was out at laser level getting the soil absolutely bang on. The first hedge that you did, Damien, when you started. Good morning folks, welcome back to another week in paradise. Monday morning in the yard. The guys are just getting set up to go grass cutting, so they're just getting the vans loaded up. The weather is pretty dull and misty and damp. Possibly it will burn through, but I'm not hopeful that's going to be the case. We're approaching the end of our season here. We've probably got 2 more cuts after this one, and then that will be it, because it does start to get quite cold. Oh, that'll be the timesheets printed off. So yeah, towards the end of the season the grass always becomes a bit of a slog because you've done it all season. I don't know how you guys feel. We're cutting it weekly, we're cutting it fortnightly, and it seems to be enough. Yeah, I myself will be going back to that job we started on Saturday past, digging out in preparation for turf, putting in topsoil. Also a fence is going to be going up as well, so I'll go and maybe get some more progress done on that, taking the material away and importing the soil. And yeah, I'm going to be on my Todd again. Let's go and say hi to the guys. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, you?
How are you, YouTube?
YouTube's loving it.
Sure.
Check out Mike's new boots. Oh, I can't find them. Wow. Did you run out of timesheets, or have you lost them?
No, ran out.
Ran out. I've just printed more off there. So there's some there.
I'd get them done, otherwise it's another week goes by.
Another week goes by, yeah. Oi, where's your timesheet?
I need to consult.
You need to consult
Kyle.
with Kyle. Oh well, that's how many?
It's easy, last week.
So it's an hour a day. So you basically work for free then, because you've not been here all week. Oh, it's a my jacket. Is my other one there? My other orange one. My wee soft shell one.
They're not the easiest things to drive in.
No, they're not.
For sure.
The guys have got new welly boots.
Matching orange.
What did you get up to at the weekend?
Nothing.
Nothing. Very exciting. You were recovering, weren't you? Still in holiday mode.
Still. Well, big boy.
You?
Yeah, good one with the kids.
Yeah?
Did some gardening. Yeah.
Can't keep away from the gardening.
Oh no, what I needed to. Like the whole bed was overgrown. I've been.
How are you cutting the grass?
It's long now. Yeah, I haven't cut it in a while.
Oh, you just take a strimmer home and...
Oh, thanks, yeah, I need to.
Well, that's right. I had to cut grass because
Oh, dear.
the boy was supposed to come down and do it for Inverness, but he didn't appear. So 4 cuts.
While you're away?
Uh,
Was it long, was
Do
it?
it once. Did you not do it once?
No.
Could have added it on our route.
We're in the direction anyway.
so no, it was 4 cuts to get it done.
Was your weekend any more exciting, Damien?
No.
Were you sorry yesterday?
That was alright.
Yeah, right. I was working till 8 o'clock last night. Sean was doing a job out at Forest Lodge.
Oh, aye.
A big wooden one, you know.
Yeah.
And it was like dark by the time I got home. Go and help. He was doing a new water pipe, but he was trying to get the road back open, so I just stayed and helped him. I stayed up till midnight and edit a video. Exciting weekends.
Yeah.
Can't AI edit videos yet.
Well,
Won't
won't be far away. Won't be far away.
ChatGPT, just make my video.
I won't even watch it. It'll just be Kyle swearing all the time. Beep 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 beep. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, same as last time. Exactly the same. So that is the team away. It is a big round, the distillery and the surrounding areas, but once you start getting into a rhythm of things, you soon get through it all. So we have got the trailer on, now going to load up with some soil, some black gold, and yeah, gonna shake it up the knees, thunderstruck, thunderstruck, yeah, yeah. Oh my god. It's muddy. Shaking at the knees. Come on, old girl. Fire up. Here she goes. just as well remember you before I drive off. So we've got some soil in the trailer and we'll head to the job. All by myself. I've touched on this before, but it is difficult working by yourself, especially if you're in charge of things and you're the one who gets the phone calls, you're the one who gets inquiries, you're the ones who deals with problems. So if you're out to do a specific task, 9 times out of 10 it's either delayed, it takes longer than it should, or just doesn't happen because you're just pulled in every other direction. And this is where we talk about the point of delegating and removing yourself from within the business to work on the business. And right now we're kind of in the middle of that process. I'm still very much involved in the day-to-day work, hands-on stuff, but as we get busier and we grow, my attention is taken elsewhere. So then you question, at what point and at what stage in the business do you step back to work on the business? Now that totally depends, I believe, on how much work you've got, how many employees you have, because essentially when you step back from the business and you aren't earning any direct revenue, then you are just a cost. It's like having someone in the office. Although someone in the office answering phone calls, doing all the admin sort of stuff would make things more efficient, make things run smoother, they are still a cost. They do not earn the business direct money, they do not directly bring in cash, but it is necessary when you want to get to a certain place that you need to have these people in place so you can get to that next level. Because I'm caught up in the day-to-day stuff and I'm still working, I get so far behind on quotes, emails, invoices, my admin for my bookkeeper. It's very much difficult to keep up with all of that, as well as being out on the tools, managing jobs, dealing with problems. You're literally doing everything. There becomes a point where there's just so much for one person to do that you've got to go, right, this is a delegation. And I have delegated quite a bit, to be fair. Since taking on the guys, it is very difficult to let go of your baby, essentially, because this is my business. For a while it was just me, it was just my work, it was just my attention to detail, and it's accepting the fact that when you do delegate, people have their own ways of doing things. Now, bear in mind, you can set the standard, and this is a standard that you need to work to, but it's remembering that people aren't you. They can't read your mind. They can't just mimic everything you do because everyone's different. And it's accepting that and trying to work with it instead of working against it. It's not been an easy thing to do. I certainly do feel a bit awkward sometimes if I'm back out in sight with the guys who have been, say, cutting the grass for a while, and I see something that I'm not like 100% happy with, or just like, I think this would be a better way to do it. It's almost like, well, they've been doing it for this long now without me being there. I come back along and say, well, this is how you should actually do it. It's quite a difficult balance to find. I'm not trying to be annoying or a hindrance. I'm simply just trying to uphold the standards, let them know what I need from them and what I think works best, because ultimately I've done it long enough now. I'm still learning every day, but I've done it long enough now to know, well, this is how that should be done in that scenario, and this is the sort of level of attention to detail and quality that needs to be maintained. So yeah, like I say, there is obviously an element of delegation there because I have got staff, but delegating even further from that would be having someone in charge of the staff, having someone in charge of the office, manning phone calls, emails, blah blah blah, and that's just a whole new, that's just something else, you know. But it's somewhere I want to be, because if it takes the load off me to focus on what I'm good at, which I don't even know what I'm really the best at, but if I can employ someone to their strengths, if someone's much better than me at doing quotes or dealing with clients or within a specific element of the day-to-day's work, so if someone was an experienced landscaper, it'd be right, okay, you're in charge of this project, you're in charge of the team, make it work, sort of thing. Or someone who's had a vast experience in grounds maintenance and garden maintenance, well, you're in charge of this crew here, you've got, this is your route, blah blah blah, etc. Any issues, the crew come to you, they don't come to me. You report back to me at the end of the day, the week, whatever. So it's almost separating that direct contact with me. Now, don't get me wrong, there's only 5 of us, so very much not at that stage yet, but it is something that I do want to integrate into the business as we grow, and I almost think you need it there before you can grow. You almost need to implement it first and then adapt to what you've implemented, if that makes any sense. So it's it's food for thought. It's something I've spoke to about with the guys, because I'd very much like to, you know, involve and incentivize the team that I've already got, because they've been with me, they know how I work, they know the ins and outs basically. So if I can share more with them about the business, about the figures, the revenue, costs, why things cost so much, hopefully give them a better understanding, just be a bit more transparent with things, and instead of it being me and them, work as a team to hopefully grow the business and also grow each individual. I want the guys to have an opportunity here, if they want it, to progress. I couldn't think of anything worse than just plateauing and just, you know, going through the motions essentially. And that's no disrespect to anyone working an 8 to 5 or anything like that, and they're happy just getting by. They've probably got a good life, a family, etc., and they're happy just doing that. But for me, I'm a sort of ambitious person, especially at this age anyway. I want to go somewhere with it, and I very much want the people around me to want that as well. If they want it, I'd like to be able to offer that. So it is a conversation we've had recently with the team, but we'll just have to see how things progress, how things go. I very much kind of said we'll try and battle our way through the winter how we are just now. As previously mentioned, I could do with double, triple the team that we've got, but you've obviously got to be careful. It's obviously got to be manageable and not get out of control, and bearing in mind the winter is just round the corner, and although we'll be busy, if we get a foot of snow on the ground, that's going to stop everything. It's going to stop the work getting done, and most importantly, it's going to stop the cash coming in, and it's the cash flow that is needed. So yeah, lots going on, lots to do, only so much time in the day. I worked all of Saturday past there till about 7 o'clock, and then I went out at about 12 o'clock on Sunday to help Sean with one of his jobs that he is trying to get wrapped up. They'll pretty much get it done today, but I was out there till about 8 o'clock last night, I think, helping him on a Sunday. So the kind of weekend was just gone like that, but happy to help Sean out. I think it's also important to help out the people around you. He didn't essentially ask me to be there. I offered a hand because I know they've got a lot going on just now as well. So it's like I scratch your back, you scratch mine sort of thing. It's important to help the people around you, because at one point I'll probably need that hand as well. So yeah, a little bit tired today. I was up till 12 o'clock last night editing the video for last week. But it's Monday, we'll get it out the way and we'll go from there. So this is the current kind of stage we're at. We're in the process of digging this bit out where we got finished up on Saturday. There's obviously going to be a fence, as mentioned, running along there for the driveway area. So we still need to dig this bit out, and this area is pretty much ready just for soil to go in. So I'm going to unload that trailer of soil in there, and yeah, I'm actually thinking I might be able to reverse the trailer around that corner and tip it. This will be interesting. Practice the reversing skills, man. Look at that. Very nearly jackknifed, but we didn't jackknife. So nearly and jackknifing is two completely different things. Although I will say I need to kind of get it more parallel to the fence. There's a lot of noises going on here. Still haven't properly jackknifed, that's fine. We'll see how it goes. I don't obviously want to get any on the patio. Stop making a noise. That's a success if I've ever... Oh, there's a little bit left. Pull forward a little bit. This is where it's not going to come out. Nope. Oh. It's pretty much there. Just one last little bit. Come on. Perfect. That's how you do it. To be honest, it's 3 o'clock. Not much has been done. I was speaking to the builder, Andy, who actually got us this job, so thank you, Andy. Also, I was on the phone with the customer. Andy initially was going to be coming back to do the driveway. However, I believe we're going to be doing it now. So within the fenced off area, fence will run along there, that'll be the driveway, and this is just going to be gravel. One thing, however, it is quite a steep incline. It doesn't really look it with the trailer there, but yeah, it is quite a slope, so we're going to have to play about with that and see if we can make it a little bit of a shallower incline, but it does get quite low down there by the road. So that's the kind of stage we're at. I've got a load of gravel in the trailer to go away, probably a little bit more stuff to go away as well. Just kind of trying to dig everything down to depth, digging out enough hardcore so we can put in fresh topsoil, enough for the turf, and I'd say that's quite a good bit of depth, to be fair. Bearing in mind the soil is going to come up to the top of this and the turf is going to be a little bit proud. So yeah, a lot more soil to go in. I'll try and clear this stuff away. I'm going to go and dump that load now, get some more soil, and then see where we are for time. I could do with a coffee as well. Always make time for that. So it is a wet and wonderful Tuesday morning here in the north of Scotland. We've got all the team on site, apart from Alex, but Alex is only 2 days a week, plus a Saturday. almost into this small area, and we still need more. So we're going to get the fence holes dug and the posts in today. The boys are rocking the new welly boots. Mike's still in the post. And Kyle's got his winter salopettes on. It's only September, mate.
I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Just for waterproof purposes.
Yeah. We'll maybe need to get some lighter. Lovely day, Michael.
Lovely day. Lovely biscuits.
That's not uniform.
Ping,
You sponsored?
sponsored by Ben Morrison.
They won't be so lucky.
Same colour
How is that the same colour? So I've just been away to get another load of soil. The rain is on pretty consistent now, so yeah. I think it's here for the day. Great. See, when it snows, you're going to be praying for the rain.
though. I love the snow.
Not working in it. That is another load of very heavy, sloppy gravel tipped off. Trying to remain positive with the current weather situation, but it is difficult. More so for the team as well. It's trying to keep morale up. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. You've just got to suck it up and get on with it. But, you know, when you're absolutely soaking in that and working with mud essentially, then it can be difficult. On Friday past there, I spent over 500 quid on more boots, more trousers for the guys, and it wasn't even waterproof, so it was just extra uniform, an extra pair of trousers each for them, and I got 3 pairs of the welly boots that you would have seen the guys wearing. Because coming into the winter months, the boots that they've got are waterproof essentially, but nothing, unless they're proper expensive 300 quid boots, are going to be absolutely totally waterproof, steel toe cap, etc. And if they are, they're probably going to be very, very heavy. The Bucks Viz, I believe they're called, boots that they've got are the same as these, basically, same brand, and they work fine. But I got the wellies because they're steel toe caps, and for this time of year they are warm, and they keep you drier than boots normally do. So that's one thing I do feel is very important, is trying to look after the guys and what they wear. I know some businesses don't even supply uniform or trousers or workwear. Everything my guys are wearing is supplied, apart from Damien's ping jacket that he had on today. But Kyle's got a pair of that Helly Hansen snow pants on. They're actually my old ones because I got a newer pair, and they're really warm. They're expensive. They're like a couple hundred quid, you know. But if I'm expecting people to come out and work in the elements, which is what they've signed up for essentially, it's my duty of care to make sure that they've got the right sort of kit available to keep them as dry and as warm and as comfortable as possible when you've got rain like this. And in a couple months' time, snow. So yeah, we will probably have to invest a little bit more in some stuff for the winter months. Just thought I'd point that out, that if you do have staff, it is very important that they're kitted out properly. These are the boots that we normally wear. Bucks Viz. And to be fair, they're okay. They don't last forever, but to be honest, for like however much they are, 80, 90 quid, like you do get a good 6 to 12 months of like consistent use. So current stage we're at, we ended up taking this fence down because the client was chopping and changing about where she wanted things, and because she wants to get 2 cars in here. There was initially going to be a gate on that hinge and then on that hinge there, on that post, sorry. But now there's not going to be a gate, so there's no need for that to be there. So yeah, got some edging in now. Builder's going to come back and finish this entrance off. Basically just going to be the same as this. The patio will need pressure washed at the very end. But right now it's a bit like a swamp. But you can see the areas coming together. This is going to be turf, and then the driveway, and obviously a small picket fence. And she wants quite big gaps in them, 100mm gaps. So just because she doesn't want to feel too enclosed. So yeah, we're actually going to go next door now, 2 doors down, because there's another turfing job for a customer that actually was the first customer that featured in the YouTube videos, because that's when we started. So we're going back there to finish off a bit of turfing that she started. So yeah, that's where we're going now on this wet and wonderful rainy day. Right, let's track that down. Does anyone remember this place? If you remember when we left this, it was just soil. Since then she's had a shed up. Going to be decking over that concrete at some point. So yeah, so the customer actually ended up starting turfing the job herself, which she's done a grand job of, but it's just bits and bobs when she could get it. But since then, started a new job, got too busy, and then decided to get us back in to do it. She's more than happy to do. She's a great customer, so going to run the teeth through this because it is basically just self-seeded grass and weeds, and prep it and get it ready for turf. Pretty much back to soil now. Just reversed the trailer in, which I did not miss doing because it is a very narrow passage. Nonetheless, we're here. Mike's just loading it up. That rake bucket is a very handy tool. All we've done is just basically rotivate the top surface, just loosened it up and tried to get all the green off of there. You do get a bit of soil with it, but that's just part and parcel, otherwise you'll be there forever. We're going to be taking a bit of topsoil in anyway. Just showing them the hat. Your head's too small.
I have that. Big brain, small head.
It's not how it works.
Got a massive head, no brain.
Got a shot at the digger?
Me?
Yeah.
Nah.
Why?
I'm much better than it.
Whoa. Doesn't matter. Only one way to learn. Maybe not when a fence is involved.
Good morning everyone, that's us just coming back from the quarry. We picked up a full load of gravel. We also dropped the crafter off at the
Coach builders.
Yeah, there. So the crafter is getting cage sides on it,
Yeah.
is that right? And now we're on our way to Aviemore to pick up materials so we could finish the job today basically. It's a better morning at least. Yesterday was terrible. Anything you want to add, Ben?
Nothing, you've just nailed it, Dan.
Usual.
People were missing you and didn't want you to leave.
I'm not leaving.
Tell the people you're not leaving.
I'm not going anywhere.
Unfortunately.
See what happens.
So we're back on site. We've got a load of gravel, some wood. Mike and Kyle have been preparing the area for the drive. So yeah, we'll get the first load of gravel in. I think we'll work our way back to a certain degree. Maybe push up the way, I think, just so we can get stuff on here. And then so we can start getting the wood. It's probably broken. You went where? Sauna? Sweat out the cold. I don't think I've ever been in a sauna properly. I need to try it. I really want to try it. I struggle in the bath. I struggle in a hot bath. Never fucking sauna. My mate Travis goes all the time. Do you want me to try? I'll try to go further back.
You can, yeah, you're on it. I mean, it's not really doing too much to
Right. Just keep an eye on it then.
Okay.
We've not got a digger to move anything. Just try and make sure there's no sort of edges showing up. Right, okay. Kyle, if you man the controls. So Andy's probably going to be coming around 10 o'clock just after to do this bit. So maybe just leave it away from the gate just now. So that is load number 2 back and delivered, and I'm away to get another load. Oh, we're in low box. Let's get out of low box. We're still in low box. Now we're out of low box. Just because reversing up the hill there, throw it into low box because it just makes it effortless and less stress on the Ranger, because this thing has been working hard lately. This thing's worked pretty hard since I got it, to be fair. I was under the impression I wasn't really going to use it, but then ended up, it's my vehicle, so I like driving it and that. And although I'm in the crafter and that now and again, it's got everything I need, all my stuff in it, so I've just been using it and it's been great for towing. This really has been an asset. I think a 4x4 or something that can pull 3.5 ton is definitely necessary for what we're doing. So yeah, touch wood, The Ranger has been great. It puts a smile on my face every time I drive it. I'm very much glad I've bought it. So we should have more than enough chips now. Builder's coming back to do this little path in the fence. The guys have got the line on the fence to work out where it's going. So it's coming together. The turf is coming on Thursday, so we'll probably get it down on Friday. Hopefully that'll give this time to dry out, because it is pretty wet, not gonna lie. And then at the very end, we'll try and get the pressure washer in to give it a good clean down, because right now it's pretty minging. There's no rush, just whenever. Rafferty's laying turf.
No.
So destroyed. He was at the laser level, getting the soil absolutely bang on. Lash down like that. Perks of the job. What?
I forgot it was in there. It did fall.
No, did it actually fall?
Yeah.
So Kyle and Damien are cracking on with the fence. Me and Mike have just popped round to this job again to finish off and get the rest of the stuff away. We'll probably need to get some soil back in here as well, just to build up the level a little bit. But yeah, it was quite a load of stuff to go away yesterday, so we didn't want to overload the trailer. Thought we'd come back today and get the rest of it away. Righto! Again, this rake bucket is such a great piece of equipment, and I feel like any landscaper who has a digger should have some sort of rake. And the thing is, you don't even have to be that good in the digger, because if you're just doing an area like this, prepping, the teeth are maybe 150, 200 mil, and you've essentially got that amount of play. So even if you can't perfectly grade back, it's quite a good way to maybe get some practice in. The digger operators might disagree with that, but what I mean is you've got, that bit of play, and it just prepares the soil enough. And especially if you're going to be fine tuning it with a rake, then it prepares the soil enough that you can take the rake through it. Whereas if you used a blade of a ditching bucket, for example, it's going to smoothen off the surface and also firm it up, so it's going to then be very difficult to fine tune the area with the rake. So this way, just running the teeth through it is leaving enough of a tilth that you can spread about the loose soil by hand and get it as good as you need it to be, like Mike has just exampled there. Grand. Just try not to hit the fence that I built. That would be heartbreaking. Oh, the soil's so wet, it sticks. We're in a sticky in it. Just filter through that and I'll just rake it back. Think just the weedy shit, just back with another load of soil. Mike's cracking on with this, getting it all prepped for the turf coming. He's finished yet? Just.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm seeing it.
Okay.
I'm not that blind, jeez. And I've got contact lenses.
I didn't tell you and you stepped on it.
Yeah. Kyle, why didn't you tell me that? So folks, it's Thursday, currently 9 o'clock. Been sorting out wages and that this morning, because payday is tomorrow. Annoyingly from my accountant, last minute as always. So got that sent through. Mike and Kyle are doing a couple of grass cutting jobs that we need to do, and a little bit of weed spraying. Myself, Alex and Damien are currently about to tackle this hedge, and there's a couple of trees round the back that need to be completely removed. So we've got the tipping trailer hooked on with the high sides. As Damien mentioned yesterday, the crafter is away getting high sides made for it, cage sides, from the same people that built the cage sides on my Transit, which were very handy. So that'll come into its own this season with all the sort of tree and hedge work that we sort of tend to do at the back end, and just taking debris away. So this is coming right back to the curb. The first hedge that you did, Damien, when you started.
My friend.
Damien's going to tackle it again. This is an anniversary. So this time customers wanting a right hard cut back, so because it's encroaching on the deck and on the pavement, so it's going to look a bit like this, but it will grow back obviously. So yeah.
The hedge equivalent of a one all over.
Yes, it is indeed. And me and Alex are going to be removing these buggers. So Mike and Kyle have arrived. They're just grabbing a ladder to go and do another job. So the problem is we're running out short of hedge trimmers. This one here, this is one of the originals. This is a good few years old now. Starting to play up a bit. Our handheld battery, Husqvarna one, stopped working in the last job, but I completely forgot to take it up to the dealer to get it fixed. So we're basically down to 2 battery hedge trimmers and 1 petrol one, which is not ideal when you've got 5 people and a lot of hedges to cut. So yeah, just trying to make do. But we should have something arriving pretty soon that might sort that issue. So they are pretty much finished. Trimmed a few shrubs across the road for another regular client, so nice to tie them in together. And now I'm just going to go walk down the road and join Kyle and Mike, because they're doing another hedge. This is just down the road, so I'm going to go and join them. Jaeger's coming with me. Jaeger is holding my bottle of water like a good boy, because my hands are full. Camera one hand, hedge trimmer in the next. So that is that all finished now. Jaeger, join me please. The guys are just getting tidied up. Nipped across the road to look at another job. One that I actually did myself a few years ago when I worked by myself. Just a couple of fir trees, I think they are. Just to trim up. So normally we would nip across the road and just do it because we're in the area, but I do want to get away and try and get some of this turf down while the weather is so good. So Alex just phoned me to say that they're both finished. So just heading back down now, get the pickup. We'll go and dump the waste from the trailer and then get the turf loaded on and head through to lay some lawn. Isn't that right, Jaeger? And to be fair, we've been pretty lucky with the weather. Guys are all tidied up. We're having a waste transfer in the middle of the street. The bags that the guys have filled, just getting them into the trailer because I'm going to go up and dump this now. What a transition! And we're off! Look at that efficiency. If you're in this business and you don't have anything that tips, I'd highly recommend you do get something that tips. These trailers are so very handy. And from carting soil away, tons and tons of soil away, to a mass load of hedge trimmings. Yeah, absolutely 110% recommend a tipping trailer. Or a tipper, or I was having this conversation with a friend not long ago about what the best tipper is out there. If you're doing a lot of landscaping, a trailer and something that can tow 3.5 ton is going to be the best option, because weight is an issue with a lot of tipping vehicles. You've got 3.5 ton gross, unless you go to a 7.5 ton or above, but then you're talking operators licenses and all that malarkey. So I believe the highest payload you can get on a tipper is around 1.5 tons, and that is an Isuzu Grafter tipper, I believe, a single cab tipper. Better than most things, but my Crafter, for example, you put 700 kilos in that and it's overweight basically. So essentially it had 7 seats before I had the shelves put in. If you had 7 of me in that van, it would be overweight. And I don't know if that says more about me or the van. No comment. Yo, are you back at the yard?
Yes.
I doubt there's going to be space for me to come in with a trailer, so I was just going to maybe get you to load me on the road.
Right, okay.
With the turf. So if you get the... How many pallets are there?
Yeah, so there's 2 full ones and then like a half, not even a half one, I guess.
Right, well, no, I've just ordered the total. So
right.
just give me the 2 full ones onto the trailer, and then you can load the beaver tail with the other one.
Alright, cool.
I'm just literally coming down the road from the track, so I'll just park on the road outside, okay?
Okay.
Cheers, bye bye.
Bye.
I can't tell if it's threaded or not. 19 and a 21 maybe. Ugh. Right. And as I was saying about the trailer, you can also put heavy loads on. Now I know a lot of people know that anyway, but some people might be thinking about what's the best option to go for. It really depends what you're doing. Right, I'll see you out there. Turf is going down. That'll work out pretty good then if a roll goes. The silence is killing me. Sing, Alex.
What do you want me to sing?
Just whatever you want. Kyle, there's a gap in between the two. You're supposed to overlap. After the chain gang did their thing, we're slapping the turf down now. The guys have kindly stayed on for a little bit to try and get this down. Not all of it, because we need to get a little bit more soil in here tomorrow, get this digger away. So yeah, the customer's obviously turfed up to here and we're just carrying it on. So yeah, it'll be good. Some of the loyal viewers would remember this fence and job from the start of the year. As mentioned the other day, this is actually the first job we did and first job we filmed. So you're going to be on camera, Janelle. This is my lovely customer, Janelle. How's your experience been with Morrison Lawn Landscape?
It's been very excellent. He's been very patient with my changing ideas.
Glad to hear. And you've been a great customer as well, so that makes all the difference. Home time. No.
The other two are on charge.
Right, perfect.
And the battery pack's there as well. So.
Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
You too? I know that.
Kyle's a nice short walk home.
Let's jump.
Oh, it's beautiful.
But yeah, the old one.
That Land Rover, I love
Like
it.
it.
Absolutely.
I know, it's cool, isn't it?
And the colour is just, it's perfect.
I'd love to get. So, good morning, guys. It is Friday. It is a cold Friday morning. It's 4 degrees, but the wind is quite chilly. Kyle and Damien are at the distillery, and they're about to start on the topiary. Now, there's a lot more stuff that way, and basically all the way around. So we're just going to come and make a start on the building today, and then hopefully get back in the coming weeks to crack on with the rest of it. So, yeah. New contract for us. You may have seen the guys doing the bells at the back end because they were missed by the last contractor, so we got them shaped up at the start of the year, and they've actually grown a lot again, so we'll probably have to do them again as well. So yeah, pretty cool to get this contract, very exciting. You can kind of see behind me there in the mirror there is some more shrubs and bushes down there. There's actually a lot more, I'll just show you up. There's a lot more of it around the burn. This is where it gets quite cool and some really nice things to shape up there. So yeah, quite a very impressive building. And we've obviously been maintaining the grounds here, the grass and the grounds, for over a year now. So yeah, it's been a pretty good contract and I hope it continues. So hopefully we'll set the impression with doing this as well. All these shrubs and conifers are listed, so yeah, it's within the deeds that they maintain these and maintain the beauty of the property of the building. The fence is also listed, so if that fence is ever to be replaced, it was repaired a bit. It was repaired and patched up and painted this year, but if that ever needs to be replaced, it needs to be replaced in exactly the same style. So yeah, everything's to preserve the old way of things. I'm probably going to invest in some shears and some actual topiary kit, Nawaki stuff, mainly just for more of a personal collection of things to use. So yeah, that's it. I'm heading back through to see Mike and Alex. They are cracking on. Well, they were cracking on with the turf. However, it rained last night and the soil that we left prepared for today is basically turned into a swamp, so we need to allow that to dry out first. So they nipped back to the other job with the driveway and the fence. They're going to get that, the rest of the gravel spread. They're going to power wash the patio, and all I need to do is make a gate and then that will be finished. So just trying to get everything finished today. So it's been a pretty productive week so far. Myself and Jaeger are back on site, and put it this way, I'm glad we got the turf down yesterday because Mike and Alex are having a bit of a nightmare finishing off that bit because it's so wet. We need to wait to get power so we can get the patio pressure washed, just to give it a right good clean up because it is quite muddy. These slabs are obviously easily marked. The driveway has been whacked. We tend to do this quite a lot when we're doing gravel driveways. It just helps the gravel bind together and not displace so easily, and it makes such a difference. So it looks pretty good, I might add. So now the least favourite part of the job, well, my least favourite part, is the gate. Got to try and build this gate, which is quite a big gate to be fair, so yeah. Jaeger! But I don't know why I don't like doing it. It's just quite a fiddly job and it's like the last thing to do half the time. But anyway, we'll try and get it on. You take that, take a level, take it then. You take a drill. Good guy. bring it to you. Good lad. Thank you. Right, listen, sit. Are you listening? Sit. If you can just make, that's a sit. Sit. Right, if you can just make the gate as well and hang it. Oi. Hang the gate and then put the spring on it, because the spring needs to be able to close the gate. And then just give me a phone when you're done. Okay? Good man. Cool. Knuckles? Paw? Yeah, paw.